Yup. Yup. I know what it is. Know how we do it. Come in here. Eagles Way up in here. Eagles Way of Boxing. All right. I see my brothers out there. Macadon one up in the house. Of course, he always put up the bowl. You know that. You know he gonna put the bowl up with the fire. He gonna put a couple of them up there. Four of them. 4 pieces. That's a 4 piece. Just so y'all know. Salute out to Macadon one and Christopher Jonay up here. Salam. Eagles Way of Boxing. Shalom to Christopher Jonay. That's right. That's right. Mayakai. Wachioka. There we go. So salute to you too for making it in. And then Tony Boswell. Salute Eagles Web in the chat. As always, I'm working and listening. I can almost do the hit. I can do Tony just verbatim and stuff. I don't have to read because he writes the same thing. He didn't show up the other night though. Y'all know I had to do the night show. Man, I even know, man, I checked my schedule. Man, y'all not gonna believe, man. Man, they got me on 15 days straight, man. 15 days straight working with, I think I got 2 or 3 doubles. In other words, I got to go to different towns. I got to go to different towns within the same day. That's not good, man. What they trying to do to Eagles Web, man? Eagle Face, what they trying to do to me, man? This all of a sudden just started coming up, man, when when we had these important things come up in boxing that we needed to talk about, And I haven't been writing anything down, so it's like, okay, I just top of the dome, just things I had to think about, so I'm gonna put some seeds out there, man. We're gonna plant some seeds today, man, and see how you guys receive those seeds. I'm not talking about gems. If they drop, they drop, because those are just naturally, going to drop anyway. But I'm trying to find a better form because I don't have a Patreon. I don't have that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So those things are probably better suited out there on my Many Kind Hearts page. A lot of those things will be more saluted there. Yeah. Oh yeah. And plus, yeah, Tony, I almost got man. Almost every time I go out there, man, I gotta take the big Indian truck, man. If I don't take the big Indian truck, man, I'll really be in trouble. These people that cannot drive when the what they call inclement weather, they cannot drive at all. I mean, it's not even uncommon to see just within us, I'm gonna say like 10-mile stretch, maybe not even a 10-mile stretch. It's not even, it's not even uncommon to see like a bunch of accidents, and I'm talking about like a lot. Like I'm talking like 4 or 5 accidents, and within those accidents, some of them might have 3 to 5 cars. I'm like, these people, just something wrong with them. They do what they want to do, but they don't follow the rules. So I got you, Tony Body said, be careful at the Eagles Way of Boxing. Weather's starting to be out. It's bad, the snow is not really close to where I'm at. That's closer in the higher elevations in the mountains and stuff like that. But it's so cold here that we probably will get some down here too. And we usually don't even get snow, but this looks like it's gonna be a cold winter because of everything that was going on in the summer, how hot it had got. And matter of fact, how extended it got. Because that summer here, it got really extended, over until September, late September, early October. And then we got the rain, and then now this is not really for this channel, but I thought about it, so I have to. And so I had to bring it up anyway, is that, yeah, we got some more protests going on because people want to forget. They want to forget the indigenous people to this whole earth, really, not just the United States. So anyway, it's just a thought. Just put it out there. Yeah. Told you I'm in. Oh, you in Monet right now? He in Monet, Missouri, laying a large pad. But it's starting to ice. Yep, yep, starting to ice already. And then if you start getting those winds out of there, the best thing that can happen if y'all can get some of those warm winds that come through. But that's usually in the mountains. That's usually around Wyoming and Montana and stuff like that. I don't know if Christopher. I don't know if y'all experiencing those winds. Did you make it back? Did you make it back home? Or are you still up there with the people? I'm talking to Chris. So we just conversate a little bit before we get into it, and wait for a couple of more hands to get in here. My suited up ones. Oh, my champ ain't here today, huh? Eagles Wear Boxing champ is not here, man. What's going on, man? Did everybody get the notifications? Or y'all just kept checking? Y'all just kept checking to make sure the live was on, or did you guys get the notifications and stuff? Yeah. Yeah, Tony said he keep praying that they shut it down. Yeah, shut it down, I told. Shut it down, man. I know, man. I was just, and then I was just watching this movie and it's giving me flashbacks. It's like, man, I remember, man. Because I remember having the family with me and just driving up through countries like that. Like, driving through the mountains like that. Just driving through the mountains. It's like, are you kidding me? And see, the worst thing is when the ground it's not really sloppy, it's wet. And then the snow is in between, like being like completely, it wants to freeze, but it just doesn't. But then it creeps up on you. And so these little hypnotizing flakes come down. And when I say hypnotized, I mean the flakes is coming down just like this. But there's a lot of them because the speed limit is still, let's say, for instance, the speed limit was 65. But in that, you got to go at least, let's say, 50. Something like that. And then those flakes, like the real cold stuff, it's okay. When it's cold, the ground's already cold. It is what it is. If you get a little snow, it's not really going to bother. Because usually if it's too cold, you're only going to get a little bit of snow. Not going to get that. And plus they're harder. It's not really flakes no more. It's just snow. It looks different. But these big feather-like flakes start, if it's dark, they just start, putting you in like a trance, man. You get all tired and stuff, and you kind of panicking because your lights ain't that good. You really can't see where you're going. You just, half of your driving skills, I mean, you need all your driving skills, but half of them are out the window because you're just at the mercy of the weather. And then all of a sudden it just gets thicker and thicker and thicker. And then you start getting that slushy layer, and then the windshield wipers stop working. And then because what happens is the slower you go, the more snow gets on that hood of your car. It's not even going to blow off. It just gets thicker and thicker and thicker. It's all wet, and then you got to stop at a gas station, clear all that stuff out, and then go through it again. Might make it another 20 miles, look for another gas station, clear it out. Man, that's a pain, man. Only relief you got from that if you're coming down out the mountains. If you're coming down out and that happened then, it's going to get better and better. And so, you may have, 10, 15, 20 miles to drive down. Once you start getting that lower elevation, you good. You good. Let me see what Tony talking about. He said, yeah, I'm praying they shut it down. I hate to drive yet. No, I just checked. No notification. Yeah, I don't know what it is with this thing, man. Not putting out the notifications. And then Tony Bottle, yes. When it gets slicks, a lot of people can't drive it. Yep. Bad weather and shouldn't be driving. They shouldn't be driving. Saddle 979 in the house. He said, Eagles Wear Boxing. Salute, sir. Okay. Well, we're getting a couple people back. We're getting a couple people up in the Eagles Web. Yeah. I'm all modded out, man. All I look in there, I see my blue up there. My blue soldiers up in here, man. Yeah. The web watchers. The web watchers in blue. Not the men in black, but the men and women in blue. The web watchers in Eagles Web Boxing. That's right. They keep their eye on you to make sure that you straight when you drop down. When you drop down in the chat and you want to say something. We're making sure that you saying the right things. Yeah. Because if not, we got to talk about it. And y'all know how we do anyway. We're going to talk about it, baby. That's how we do. Yeah, we got to talk about this. Yeah, but what brought this to mind, though, you know what I mean? Just the whole subject. It's just I was just watching fights and stuff. But let me get everybody's, let me just get a, I want to get everybody's impression, if you can, please. Yeah, I'm looking over to the side. Yep. Just checking on something that I shouldn't be. Checking on this lighter, make sure it works right. Don't seem like it's working. But anyway, if you can, please give me your impression of the Bud fight. A lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but media is saying it was like, you know, a battle, hard fought fight and all this and blah, blah, blah. And then also on the stoppage. But do you really think that was that a good fight? Was that a fight that you would have paid for? Because I know y'all didn't pay for it. Would you have paid for a fight like that? And Bud is still getting hit, huh? But people saying Earl ain't supposed to be able to hit him and stuff like that, but he's still getting hit. I want to see him and Sean, but y'all let me know. I'll sit back here and wait. Then we get into our main subject here. No, I'm not going to do no breakdowns and stuff like that. Just before you even ask me, I'm not doing no breakdowns on the Bud Crawford fight because for me it wasn't nothing that I needed to. It's nothing that needed to be broke down on the fight. I just don't want to see. I won't break down no fights like that, like Canelo or something like that. If they just fighting somebody that that's like, whatever, then forget it. We're not gonna have that in this chat. We'll let somebody else have it in their chat. I see you, Ron Finkley, out there. Ron Finkley says, salute Eagles, Web Boxing, listening in. He said, Bud showed out. Okay, Ron, you saying he showed out? What kind of fight was it, man? Ron saying he showed out, Tony. What kind of fight was it? Explain to us, Ron. Come on now, explain to us. Get us these intuitive minds. Let them hear it, man. We want to hear what the real is on it, man. Because evidently I didn't see the real. Ron seen it. Ron seen the real on it. A shot of 979. Ron, we waiting for Ron to respond because he seen the real on the fight. And then I had the same. See, I'm right down here with me and Tony. Usually be on the same. We usually be in the same damn book at the same time when it comes to these subjects right here. And Tony said, I think it was lackluster, but just didn't take it seriously. And no, I wouldn't. And then he said, no, I wouldn't have paid for it. Was that a fight? Come on, let's talk about it, man. You know we got to talk about it. That's what the chat's about, man. Let's talk about it. What kind of fight? What kind of fighter did he show that he was? What kind of fight was it? After all this time waiting for him, it's same old. For me, it's just the same old. It's like a stick. What they call a stick, way back, even before my time, they called it a stick. What is he doing? I mean, what is he doing? He's still getting hit too. You can't be letting somebody like that hit you. Come on. And then the ref stopped it too. Oh yeah, he hurt up. Come on now. Come on. I'm looking for truth finders. And then shout out 979. He said, I think Sean would beat his ass. That's what he said. I think Sean would beat his ass. That's the fight I want to see. And y'all see why I want to see the Sean Porter fight. That's what I want to see. Now fight Sean. The fights wasn't that far apart, right? September and this is December, so okay. Sean got a little bit more rest. So give your ass a month and a half rest and then get ready for Sean. I saw T Bud open his his toolbox. Okay, it was better than his Benavidez performance. That's not what we saying, Ron. And I know you, Ron. You always got great opinions now. You always have a lot of opinions, and I know you're more boisterous than that little sentence that you didn't scramble together. No. He opened up his toolbox and did what? What'd he do? Did anybody see Bud opening up his toolbox? That's what I want to know. What did Bud open up? Was there a can of whoop ass in there, or what did he open up? When did the fight end? Was it spectacular? Was it like, how many rounds with that same guy? How many for the opponent, the so-called machine? How long would he have lasted with Porter? Especially with them jumping, looping, overhand hooks and rights, and how long would he have lasted? I don't know, but that's not. He's not showing. You got to do more of that. You got to do more than that, man. Huh? Because Don's not in here. Because Don Dada, I mean, me and him went back and forth, even through emails and stuff. Don Dada, you in here? If you in here, Don Dada, put it down. I need to hear it, man. I need to hear that this is your pound for pound, and this is the best welterweight. This is the one that everybody's running from. Who's running from him, man? Somebody let me know, man. I got to know who's running from him, man. Somebody let me know, man. Who's running from Bud? I see you out there, Sir Flame. Salute to Sir Flame up in there. He said, salute Eagles Way at Boxing. He said, salute to Chet, and as always, jab that like button, all y'all neck up in here. He said, don't get neck up in Eagles Way at Boxing. Don't get it, man. Because we'll stretch that neck out, man, like a turkey, man, on that block. Don't get neck. And we'll take the neck out. And then Ron said, Terrence Crawford fought a dangerous fight. He did allow the guy to hit him. It was toe-to-toe. Okay, but we want to hear something spectacular out of that mouth of yours, Ron, out of your keyboard. You yelling that out at us for a dangerous fight. Was that a dangerous fight? Anybody believe that what Ron's saying is true? Was that a dangerous fight for Bud? Did he fight? Was it dangerous? Did he fight? Oh, he fought it so dangerous. You think Bud is really that brave? Ron, he got you. He done sold you a bill of goods, Ron. Somebody put up a 1 if you agree with Ron, somebody put up a 1 up in Eagles Way of Boxing. Are you kidding me? Yeah. And then Sir Flame said Porter would have got rid of him earlier. Yeah, Porter would have got rid of him earlier. And then Tony Bob said, I agree with Ron Finkley. Bud should have turned it up from the beginning. He need to make a statement. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for, because everybody, oh, Bud number 1 and this and that. Come on now. If Bud number 1, then Bud need to do some number 1 stuff. Did Bud look like the killer that he was supposed to be? I see you, Jay Cooley, up in the house. He said, what up, Eagle and the family? Look here. Did he do killer type stuff? Did he do champions type stuff? Or was he on the chessboard? Because remember, we playing war gods. We playing God of war. We playing King of the Kings. And we playing King of the Ring. That's what we playing. We're not playing that lower game, man. That's who we care about. That's who this chat is interested in. Is we're interested in those fighters that want to fight. In other words, they want all the smoke, and they show that they want all the smoke. Because why play boxing? Why get in there and do something that can get you hurt? Why not just go in there and do what you got to do and get out the ring? Like the king. Like the god of war. Like the war god. Like Wilder would do. Wilder get in there. He ain't trying to get in there and play with you. He looking for his 2 seconds, his opportunity or something else to piece you up and get you up out of there. Anybody got no time to be playing no games with you up in there. You're going to mess around and get cracked. It's not like you got the sturdiest chin. You don't have the sturdiest chin to be messing around with these welterweights, because some of these welterweights crack as good as a super middleweight or a light heavyweight, and you're in there messing around. Then Harold Jones up in there. He said, "Afternoon, King. Crawford has the fighting spirit. Yet that might get him KTFO one day." He said, "Afternoon." He said, "Yeah." And you know Harold Jones ain't playing, because Harold Jones usually just comes in and he says afternoon, and he goes straight to God's blessings to all of our kings and queens. That's usually how he comes in the chat. But if he's saying it, he said the fight spirit, he said yet he might get KTFO. And we already know what the KTFO is in here. You know what, you're gonna end up on one of my segments. If you're supposed to be a king and you come in, hey, somebody, if anybody understands where you end up, somebody put down a segment that you'll end up on in Eagles Way of Boxing. I want to see where my chat is. I want to see where my blue is. If y'all know. Y'all already know, man. Y'all know what you're going to end up on in here. Yeah, and then Jay Cooley said, no, you better not try that with elite fighters. Let me go back up. I done missed a little bit. Yeah, Ron crying. And then Jay Cooley, okay, what up, Eagle family? And then salute to Jay Cooley and then Harold Jones. Okay, I got that. And, yeah, Harold Jones up in the house, y'all. And then we all know Bud get dog. He got dog in him. That's what he mean. He got dog in him. Got knocked down. Luckily not out. Yeah. Yeah, Bud got dog in him, but okay. Keep playing with fire. That's all I'm saying to you, Bud. Keep playing with fire and stuff. Let me get some of these long ones out. His friends is friends, but business is business. And this is Shadow 979. He said Bud and Sean need to put the friendship aside and get it popping if Spence ain't coming back soon. That's right. Show Spence who the real warrior is, and then so Spence will be like, okay, I need to get him. Because Spence wants to smoke. If he's still a fighter, he wants to smoke. And then Tony Bonds right back in there again. Yep. And then Tony Bonds said, Crawford should have whooped Mean Machine's ass and called everyone out. Yeah, see, it's just I don't know, man. I don't want my fighters, man. If I'm with you, I'm down with you. I don't want you to be suspect. Stop being suspect, man. Stop being. Your behavior is a little bit on the suspect side if you're not pulling up and doing the warrior thing like after the fight. If you're not, I want all the smoke. Who neck? If you ain't calling out for who neck, then I don't know. And I'm not talking about me calling out somebody who neck when they, we know that they don't have no business in there with you. You know what I mean? And then Ron Figley said the guy Mean Machine had good distance and Bud allowed him to bang pretty much. He would not fight Porter or Danny Garcia like that. Why wouldn't he? Because he wants to see what somebody got. Let him keep testing waters to see what somebody got. What's gonna happen is he's gonna end up with a check on that chin is what he's gonna end up with. That's right. And then Harold Jones back. He said, name it. He says, famous European heavyweights. He need laughing out loud. Yep. And then Jay Cooley right back one more time. He said, no, Ron. He would have to box all night, but Sean will make him fight, though. Yeah, Sean is not going to let you just keep hitting him in boxing. Sean going to try some of his little slippery stuff. Even if it's not effective, after a while, it's going to get to you. And then Ron Finkley crying. He said, Danny Garcia is running. Okay. And then Shadow 979 is right back one more time. He said if Wilder and Malik Scott can put their friendship aside and fight, I don't see why they can't. That's on some old BS, right? Then Ron Finkler, Eagles Web, he said, you read that 3 times. He said, laugh out loud. I got to read it 3 times. Man, sometimes I read them 4 times. Matter of fact, if I like something, a lot of times I go back. My people know how I do. I'll go back. You make a good point. Case in point. You know what I mean? I'll go back up to yours and I'll say that Terrence Crawford fought a dangerous fight. Yeah. He allowed the guy to hit him. It was toe to toe. See? When it's a suspect sentence like that and if somebody's yelling with all caps, I might go back over there, Ron. And I'll read it again. Yep. And then I'll go back over what Jay Cooley said. He said, no, he better not try that with elite fighters. See? So sometimes I got to go back over it, some of the stuff because I like to say it. And said, Tony Bonds said, what happens? Okay, there's Tony C. Now Tony put all caps now. He said, what happened to let's get it on and not let's see what's in each other's pockets? That's right, Tony. You stay on them about their pockets, Tony. Tony be on them about that pocket checking. Hell yeah. What they do in the 70s, Tony? Come get some. Let's get it done. Then Harold Jones back in there. Y'all welcome Harold Jones to the one of the web watchers now. He's a web watcher. So he got his he just got graduated to blue in front of everybody. But we all know that Everybody, most of the people that's in here that got blue on is permanent, but all the ones that I put blue on, I let them know. Gotta let them know that it's a temporary promotion. So wear it well so it can become permanent. And then he said, problem is, if you hit Crawford, he needs to get back instead of just boxing smart and not always engaging. There you go. And see, that is a good point right there. You see what I mean? Y'all have to understand what he's saying and what I seen in Crawford a lot. And see, Crawford, the dog, a smart dog knows how to fight dog style, but he also knows how to fight king style. That's how he stay on top. That's how he keep eating his steak. And a smart dog ain't going to just come, okay, you got me, so it's my turn to get you back, and I'm going to charge in. I'm going to try to stand toe-to-toe. That's the biggest mistake he can do. Because guess what? If he fought somebody like Spence will make you stay toe-to-toe. Because Spencer just start hitting you, so I'm going to hit you back. So you're going to just stay and just keep fighting him. After a while, that heat's going to get too hot. And then when you try to get out of that heat, what's going to happen? What's Spence going to do to you once he realizes that you can't handle that heat? He going to turn it up even more and more and more. He going to turn it up more and more on your ass. That's right. And then here go, okay. I won't read it out, Ron. I'll let y'all go ahead. I'll let you talk to Jay. Then Sir Flame, he said, but should have went out orthodox. That southpaw was perfect for Machine straight right. Yeah, you notice that too? Yeah, he automatically, he's in what you call, right away. He come out in southpaw a lot, man. He just been doing that a lot. Okay, you welcome Harold Jones. He said, thanks, King. And then Tony Bond salute at Harold Jones. There we go. Then Ron Finkley. Okay, he's at Sir Flame. I'll let y'all have that. Then Gil Coles is here. Eagles Web. He said, salute to Gil Coles. He said, salute Eagles Web. The champ is here. Tell him to get your bags, Gil. Yeah. Hey, Gil, tell him to get your bags. You got your headgear? Who got your stuff today, Gil? Somebody got Gil's bag. Hey, one of y'all got Gil's bag. Y'all better make sure the champ's bags and stuff is, and make sure they pack right. If y'all gonna be messing with Gil's bag, yeah. That felt loud, Gil. Yeah, Sir Flame. And then Jay Cooley said, Ron, I don't think he would just run through him, but I favor him. Yep. Yeah, but that's like what we say, man. Y'all, you know my tongue gets stuck like that. You know how fast I talk, man. Y'all get more out of me than any other chat because I go. You know, I don't just, like I said, I'm trying to practice a little bit pausing it out, but a lot of times I don't want to miss our information. So that's why I just got to keep going and going. And that way practicing, shouting y'all out and reading what you wrote is, that helps with the dialogue and with the chat. You know, I don't like to miss because I know I go to some chat rooms and the thing rolls up. They're not going to never see what I said anymore. And I might feel like it's important. I'm like, that's important. I know how y'all put the caps on in here. It might have been a couple of chats where I missed y'all because sometimes that thing does roll. And like I said, the person, whoever's the chat host is, we don't have control over it. It's like you guys might think because we try to roll it up like little inch by inch. But then if you're still writing, it just goes right past that. Then Sir Flame, he's at Ron Finkley. Okay. And then Gail's at Shout 9. Everybody salute now. And then Gil Cole's coming in crying. Yeah. Y'all know what it is though. Yeah, but this is what I wanted to really to bring up, man. I don't want to burn up the show without bringing this up, man. And I'm going to read what Tony said, and then I get into it. And Tony said he should not have gave him a chance. He knew the boxing world was watching, and watched him. You know, he said we were all given much credit to Mean Machine. He is a B-level fighter. That's it. And a B-level fighter and got no business in there with an A-level fighter. But I don't have even Crawford as much as you guys put him up there. I don't have him as like a A+ or nothing like that. He a good welterweight. I can see too many people beating him. Mm-hmm. Jay Coolio, he on Ron. Everybody, yeah, y'all beat up on Ron a little bit, man. Tell Ron, don't come in here with that, Ron. acting like Bud put on a masterful display. Oh yeah, Bud, yeah, Bud put on a masterful display. You see him? Get out of here with that, man. Get out of my chat. Yeah, but did you guys hear the corner? And did you guys hear the corner of Mean Machine? And so that was the case. That's why I have the title the way that I have the title. And I'm gonna bring up as much as I can to come off the top of the dome. You guys might remember some that I don't remember, but I'm gonna give you some that just come right off the top of the dome. But they were telling him that he was how good he was doing, and to go ahead and and steal as many rounds as he could steal. And I started looking to the side like, what rounds was they talking about? And I'm not, and this is not Mean Machine, and this is not the Bud fight, but this is the Hogan fight with Charlo. And so that just stuck on my mind, man. I said it wrong because I was thinking about that Mean Machine too much. But anyway, I'll correct it. It's corrected now. But the Charlo fight, I was like, are you kidding me? He's winning, and then another bad thing they told him is that Charlo was getting tired. Charlo was so refreshed. Charlo didn't even have his second win yet. And we're in the middle of the fight. He didn't even get a second win. He probably won't get a second win until like the 9th round. God dang, Charlo was in shape for this fight. If y'all was watching, because we got to watch everything. But what do you feel about a corner telling the fighter that another fighter's tired when he obviously is not, and when another fighter is, or that you're stealing rounds that you're not stealing? And I'm gonna bring up some old situations, so don't y'all bring them up first. Let me bring up a couple of situations first, then y'all can start bringing up other ones that you guys know about. But that one in particular, that was really sad to me, because you're gonna get your fighter hurt, man. You're gonna get your fighter pieced up. You're gonna get your fighter knocked the hell out. Your fighter gonna suffer a KTFO when he don't need to. Cornermen, managers are over in the side. Stop telling your fighters that they got more out there than what they got, because he didn't have more out there. Anytime somebody give you an uppercut and make you flip over and your foot hits over the bottom ring rope after you done a couple of somersaults, then that fighter, ain't no way that you could tell your fighter that fighter's tired. Yep. And I bring up an example of a fighter of two elite fighters, two A-level fighters fighting, and it was Tommy Hearns and Sugar Ray Leonard. And that fight had got so close that Ray was actually down, even though he had knocked Tommy down, I think. But he was actually down the fight. And Angelo Dundee, who was in Sugar Ray's corner, told him that he's blowing it. He said, "You blowing it, son." That's the language that you use towards a champion. Said, "You blowing it, son. You need to get out there and get it, get some work done." Now, if you're not gonna tell, and I've been hearing these corners and stuff sometime. Now, if you're not gonna give directions, like I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm telling you what you need to get done, and you're not an elite fighter, then I'm messing up as a person being in the corner. I can't just go out there and tell you that you're behind if you're not elite. Because if you're elite, that means all those tricks, everything is already instilled in you. Think about it. If you're a C-level fighter, you don't know all those things. Does anybody understand what I'm saying? When you're a C and B level fighter, you don't understand all those things. So I got to be more specific. So when I send you out, I got to tell you. I got to tell you what to do. See? Now, Charlo's getting there. He's still an A-level fighter, but he's not elite yet. But he's getting there. But he's still above the class. But you got fighters out there where the corner should be telling you, try a double left hook on him because he's open for that. And just watch him, but you got to tell him about the other side. So when he does that little step, so I would tell a fighter, I said, Manny, when he does that double step, he's usually going to feint or he's going to throw a punch. Don't worry about that punch. Set to block it and counter him on his double step. Once he makes that second step, then that's when you crack him. Well, that's what That's what our new Hall of Famer did. Our new Hall of Famer cracked him. You see what I mean? He caught him. But these corners talk, oh, you up on the cards. What you mean I'm up on the, really? I'm up on the cards. And now you go out there and play it safe. The corner has no business ever telling you that. If a corner can tell you, because I heard this in the Mayweather corner a lot of times, and you know I don't like to bring him up, but I heard this in this corner a lot of times. Keep doing what you're doing. That's the best thing you want to hear from your corner, is keep doing what you're doing. In other words, there's no instructions I got to give you. Keep doing what you're doing. You understand? And for the reason I brought him up, because I like the way that Mayweather, when I say Mayweather, I'm talking about Roger Mayweather. I love the way he give his instructions out to his fighter, because he knows exactly what to give you. Yeah, he knows exactly what to give you. Go to the body a couple of times and come over with the right. He open for it every time. As soon as he goes down to block those body shots, then the right hand's open. Bam. See? And I've seen worse. I've seen trainers. And you guys are usually pretty smart, because you know I don't use a lot of names a lot of times. Because I heard a trainer say, no, I guess, yeah, I don't know what you're doing out there. I guess boxing, you need to find something else to do, son. I guess boxing ain't for you. What kind of corner does, see? That's what I'm saying. Your corner get people killed, pieced up and shit. Let me get back in here, because y'all rolling up and y'all laughing and stuff. And then Ron, I see two welterweights that Buck can't beat, yeah. And have a very hard time with, and that's the real Keith and Errol. And I said, I bet Gil Cole sleeps with that belt on. Yeah, Tony. Yeah. Gil come here talking about his belt soon as he come in here. But I told you, Gil play it up though. Gil say the champ is here, man. And I remember back. I'm just gonna bring up a little nostalgia right there within this year, back in the summer. Because if you guys remember that back in the summer, when I started getting my lives and stuff on, that this program that I used, this thing was a mess, man. It was just messing everybody up. And it used to always, I mean, we were losing chats. Everybody was getting thrown out of the chat. And this thing was in here. It was beating up on Sir Flame. This was before Sir Flame, before he even got modded up. He'd been modded up ever since. Once he got modded up, then all that stuff stopped. For some reason, this program didn't like Sir Flame not being a mod. And so it used to go crazy. And I didn't have none of those settings on to where this thing would do that. So since we was talking about somebody getting somebody beat up, yeah. So my program here used to get Sir Flame beat up. Yeah. All right, let me read something. Okay, y'all just laughing, so that's good. I can see. Yep. Child 9 crying. Jay Cooley crying. I want to see Porter and Ugas before Spence Jr. Porter and Ugas? Oh, so you think they should run it back then? That's what you're saying? Oh, you say you want to see Porter or Ugas before Spence Jr. You talking about for Bud? Yeah, fight Ugas. I mean, we can let him have Ugas, but let's see what he do with Sean, because they're about like even. But I want to see far as like the style matchup, I want to see him with Porter first. If he could beat Porter, then let him fight Ugas. But if he don't beat Porter, I don't even think I would even let him fight Ugas. Or he could fight Ugas, because then he got to work his way back up again. If he got to fight Ugas, yeah. And then Ron Finkley says Spence would have to cut off the ring. Yeah, Spence knows how to cut off a ring, Ron. I don't think there is anyone as good as Charlo at the division, Tony Boswell says. And I believe that too. But see, he's only going to get better. Charlo, he's getting better because he's listening to his corner. That's what y'all don't understand. That's how that knockout came, because that guy's never been out before. Now that guy got BCD. But he wasn't expecting to get knocked out. And cutting off the ring is an art form too. You got to know how to cut that ring off. And sometimes if you can't cut it off, what you can do is you can block the exit. You block the exit with some kind of a punch, a hook or something. So you're going to go that way, you're going to get by, but you're going to get clipped on your way by. Because I'm not going to run after you, because a lot of times, because Charlo's feet, his feet were not that great. Neither one of them. A lot of fighters still got to work on some footwork. I see a lot of flaws in a lot of fighters' footwork. A lot of them are coming off the ground too much. And we already know what happens to you when you do that little jump. Okay, then Tony Boz, well, he's at Ron, so I'm going to leave that alone. And then Gil Cole's, here we get Keith versus Bud 2020. In the new. Well, let's get it done. And then Keith will be a gatekeeper for the welterweight division. That's what Tony says. Wow. And then Ron back crying. And then Gil Cole's at Tony. I got to read this one because Gil messing with Tony. He said, did you get my bags out the car? That's all Gil want to know, if you got his bags. He don't want to hear nothing else. Tony got to say, did you get my bags? I thought it would be a good fight. That Sir Flame. Bud did get dropped though. Well, see, that's what. Okay, if you getting dropped by somebody who ain't even close to being elite, an A fighter, a B level fighter, what's gonna happen? Even fighting Danny and them, I don't really care, because Danny's too slow. But fighting Sean or even Ugas. But I want this. That's the only fight I care about for Bud. To get him in a good conversation, to even think he can earn a Spence fight. Yep. Yeah, Sir Flame, that was a knockdown. That's right, Jay Cooley. And then Tony Boz laughing out loud. Okay, then y'all at each other. And then Harold Jones. All fighters should be so sound in fundamentals. That's right. That they can revert to the basic and win most fights, no matter the corner. There you go. But they got to get like that. That's elite. That's elite. When you get to that status there, Harold Jones, that's when you're elite. When nobody has to say something. When they can just say, just keep doing what you're doing. Not when they pulling the wool over your eyes, telling you, oh yeah, you're doing good. Yeah, just keep stealing rounds. Yeah, just keep you stealing rounds. Like letting somebody know that they stealing rounds and you ain't stealing nothing. How are you stealing rounds when you ain't stolen rounds? It don't make sense. Oh, you stole that round. Well, how to steal it? You couldn't have stole the round because you didn't steal it. It was locked down. How'd you steal something that was locked with no key and you ain't got no cutters and nothing like that? You ain't got no chain cutters, no wire cutters, no bolt cutters, no nothing. But you done stole something that was locked down. You couldn't, and you ain't and you're not good at locks. Get your ass out of here. These corners getting these fighters killed because they're not giving out the instructions. Only one that's giving out the instructions is the referee is giving out instructions, but the corner ain't giving out instructions because the corner don't know how to. Charlo, that was a great corner. If y'all was listening to the corner, everything that was being told to Charlo, he went out and done, and it gave him the V. He's going to still get the victory, but why not just listen and go out there? So then after a while, when you start fighting somebody, then all you hearing from your corner is keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing, because I'm celebrating. If I'm telling you keep doing what you're doing, that means that's my celebration. Keep doing what you're doing, Tony. Keep doing what you're doing, Tony. Keep doing what you're doing, Ron. Keep doing what you're doing, Gil. You know, hey, I'm celebrating. I said, I'll be looking out at the crowd like, look at my fighter. He doing what he's supposed to be doing. He keep doing what he's doing. Yeah. Just keep doing what you're doing. Say, keep doing what you're doing. They don't know. In a couple of more rounds, they'll be on the floor looking up at the lights, flashing at their face. Ass up in the air. The other way, that's a disgrace. I.e. Manny Pacquiao. With the KTFO from Marquez. Sunny side up, baby. I know, I'm stupid. That's right, though, Harold Jones. And then Tony Bond said, I agree with Harold Jones. That's right, exactly. So, yeah, Errol Spence is strong, but T-Bud adapts when really faced with adversity. And that's why a crippled fighter went 11 rounds with him. Earl, look, I'm gonna time Ron's ass out if he keeps that up. Stop strap. Are you on borderline strap riding, Bud? In here we don't strap ride none of them. We just want to see it. Let's see. Let's see then, Ron. I want to see him fight Porter. Let's see what he do with Porter first. Then we can talk about the Earl fight. I'm not gifting him Earl. He don't just get Earl. Just because he got the WB Oops belt. Just because you got the WB Oops belt, they don't line you up for Earl. That's the WB Oops. And then Shadow 979 says, if Bud fights Porter and makes light work of him, then that sends out a huge statement to the other welterweights. But I'm not convinced he can do that. And I'm with you, Shadow 979, that we're not convinced that he can go out there and get that smoke with Porter. Showtime suspect personality, caveman overbite Porter, that we don't know if Bud can do that. And I seriously doubt that Bud can go out there and just make a statement and make a fool out of Sean. Because Sean ain't nobody's fool, and Sean is so awkward. And if you watch Bud with awkward fighters, he still has problems. Because he had problems with, we know who, the Cubano. The Cubano put hands on him. And the Cubano's what, 5'3"? How tall is the Cubano? I think he's 5'3", 5'4", something like that. So never forget. Ron Finkley said 7 straight KOs. All right. If anybody agreed with Ron that them 7 straight KOs from Bud was something that was impressive, put up a 1. Ron, don't look forward to seeing no 1s, and yes, you put up a 1. Believe that. Yeah, he said, Bud, my bad. He laughed out loud. If these dudes are not elite by the time they get to a little title fight, they will never be one. That's right. If you still, and the thing about it, man, is you got the WB Oops belt, but we still talking about you like, I mean, we as a chat are talking about you. I'm not, but the chat is talking about you like you on some other status. But I can see that you're not on some other status. Cause you don't fight like that. And you suffering, and then suffering knockdowns and everything else, suffering chin checks at different levels, at welterweight and at light welterweight, or matter of fact, lightweight and stuff, suffering lapses and stuff and getting your ass knocked down. You see what I mean? So if you get knocked down and you're not even fighting an elite fighter, and you're supposed to be elite, and you acting like you want all the smoke, man, who you convincing? See? And I said put up 1. See, and this is how my family do. This how my web watchers do. Because my web watchers, they pay attention when I say something. If I say put up a 1 and they know it's BS, they automatically gonna put up something else. They're gonna put up them 2s. That's why I was telling you wasn't gonna see no 1s. I said the only way you was gonna see a 1 if you put it up. And Sir Flame was the first one to smoke you. And then Tony right behind him. They both smoked you with them 2s. Like, nope. Ron Finkley said, peace. Hey, we still love you, Ron. We ain't got nothing against you, fam. I've been with Ron since I start chatting in chat rooms and stuff. As I used to, talk to Ron, a lot. So I mess with Ron. But Ron ain't gonna come in here and mess with us though. Not like that. And then Sir Flame got the Shadow 9. That Sir Flame, he laughing. Yep. And then Tony Bonds in it. He said, that's why I enjoy Eagles Web. You have to show us. They goddamn right, Tony. They got to show us. We don't just go for just anything. Don't just bring us anything you want to in here. Me and Tony Bonds and Sir Flame, all of us, man. Harold Jones, you got to show us, man. See? They ain't wearing blue just because they wearing blue. They wearing blue because they got something. They got something to show. Shit. Even the person that I jumped on the most got blue on. And I always mess with him, but I mess with Gil though. But I like Gil a lot, man. People don't know. Because they think they see me messing with him, they think they don't like him. No, I like Gil a lot. Y'all best believe that. I like Gil a lot. But when he bring up that, I told him he can't bring up the FLUTE. I told him he can't bring that up in here. Yep. Oh, who did it up in here, y'all? He said, what's good at Eagles Web? Best blessings, good people. Yeah. Yeah, who did that? And then, yeah, who did that? Who did that? Been coming up in here, y'all. Yeah. But salute out to who did that. And who did that, we're gonna put him on in also, man. He gonna put him in that see-through blue. Yeah, he got that see-through blue on him and him and Harold. We'll see how they wear it, man. So if they wear it right, then y'all can congratulate them. I mean, y'all can, your congratulations is worthy of them. If they can't hold on to him, be like, man, why you messed that up, man? How you gonna mess your blue up like that, man? You came in here, and it don't matter because some of my mods they will troll me too. We had Don in here trolling me for a whole half a chat, but I still mess with Don, and he ain't gonna get unmodded because he was trolling me. Yeah, and then Sir Flame said, I've been let me read my twos out first. Yeah, my other two. Yeah, Tony Bars put his two up. Yeah, that's right. Tony, you got to show us. You're right, Tony. You got to show it. He said, I've been saying I wanted to see Bud against a top welterweight before I put my name on it. Yeah, I'm not everybody wants that stamp. You know what I mean? Everybody want that stamp of approval. Oh, yeah, buddy. Yeah, he earned it. Oh, look what he did here. Look what he did there. So you know he definitely earned it. Okay, so with that way of thinking, if you're going to think that way, then doesn't Usyk, doesn't he deserve it too? Because of what he done at a different weight, doesn't he deserve to be just fighting Wilder right away? He deserves to fight Wilder right now, right? Get out of here with that, man. So if y'all gonna say that for Bud, then you got to stick it. You got to say that for all these other fighters too. Any fighter that moves up and they did something in one weight class, you got to say the same exact thing. Because all I know is when a fighter moves up, those belts that he had, those ain't his belts no more. That's what I know. Yes, he's going to be defending them. Yes, he's going to be going, flip-flopping, going up and down. Yep. Oh, here we go with Gil. See, Gil got to be against. Gil has to be against what I'm saying. He said Bud doesn't need a step-up fight before Errol Spence fight. Make the fight. No, he don't get that, Gil. Because if that's the case, then like I said, Usyk gets Wilder right now. He didn't need to step up fight. He didn't need to fight nobody. You don't just go straight. You don't go straight to the king. Oh, I get to go fight the king. No, you don't. What you're gonna do is you're gonna go through the henchmen first. In other words, you're gonna go through the ones right below the king before you get the king. Cause what give him the right to fight Earl over Sean getting a rematch? Over Danny, who's been there. Danny been at welterweight. How come Danny don't get to fight? So Bud get to fight, but Danny don't get to fight. Pacquiao don't get to fight. Huh? Ugas don't get to fight. But Bud gets to fight. Yeah, out of here with that. And then who did it? He said, well, good. Eagle, wear blessings. He said, good people, yeah. And I had to go over stuff twice sometime. Because y'all done rolled my chat up and then Gil Coles. Earl might need that tune-up first. Earl gonna need a tune-up because he been out the game for a little bit. Yeah. And then Jay Cooley, I don't know. Oh yeah. Bud, I was Bud. He said, all right, got swollen up. Yeah, come on now. You think Earl ain't gonna put no punishment on him? Get out of here with that, man. Get out of here with that crap, man. And then Sir Flame back up in. Oh, he had Shadow 9. I'll let y'all have it. And then Jay Cooley said, right, Eagle. And then I agree. That's Sir Flame. Yep. Yeah, because you got to show us, man. Yeah, and then Usyk need to show me too. Yeah, all of them got to show me. Then who did that down there crying? Who did that? Who did it though, man? Yeah. It's just, and then Spence Jr. and this is what Tony said. He said Spence Jr. said he was fighting all the welterweights that ducked him when he wanted that smoke. Yeah, when he wanted the smoke, everybody ducking him. Yeah. Y'all put your thoughts down on that. But like I said, I was talking about these. Also, our main subject today was corners damn near getting the fighters killed. If anybody's seen the they did a special It was just on Tyson Fury's corner when he fought Wilder. And if you guys seen the disarray in that corner, where they was thinking that they was going to get him killed, they was like, oh shit, you about to get him killed. And they was actually going to stop the fight. But they didn't. See, these corners get you. You're supposed to be able to count on your corner men or your corner man. You're supposed to be able to count on them. Now I'm going to give you a throwback. There's another one. And, you know, we didn't talked about this one before. Is that back in the day, there was a corner that's talking about, you know, hand me my bottle. The bottle of water. No, the special bottle that I mixed. See? Now, I don't know. I'm not saying what was in that mix. But like I said, we talking about corners taking care of their fighter. Making sure that their fighter coming out. Now, this is a good fighter. And this is a good corner man. And somebody may get mad when they hear it. I'm not going to say his name. But you should. If you watch fighting, you watch fights, you watch boxing, you're going to know who it is. And this is what he said. And these are all paraphrases. He says, son, don't make me do something that I'm going to regret. Don't make me do something that I'm going to regret. He said, son, you cut of a different cloth, man. You got to show me something. It's like in here, you guys got to show us. If you come in Eagles Wear boxing, show us your knowledge. Show us what's going on. He said, you got to show me. But not one point in there did I hear the instructions of what to do. How do I counter what's being done to me because I'm still in the fight? You see what I mean? Them corners will get your ass killed. Or they going to get you beat up pretty bad. Let's try one more round. What we going to try one more round? Huh? The only instructions being given out is being given out by the ref. Corners ain't doing what they supposed to, man. In that fight I just gave you, the one I was talking about, that wasn't even that long ago. That wasn't long ago. Like the other one I gave you was way back. But that example that I just gave you right there about you being cut from a different cloth, because I don't want to just like, you know, I don't like to berate anybody. I try to keep it, and I got a tongue, man, and I got a mouth on me, man, but you guys never hear me. I try to, you know, I keep it a certain way because I've been on those other levels and stuff. And so I try to keep it away from those different levels. I've been on every level that you can think of. Believe that. I just don't talk about a lot of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I'm ex soldier too. Yeah. I'm ex 13 Bravo. Worked in Army, and I also worked on nuclear weapons too. But anyway, this is boxing, and I try to stick with this, or what I stick with is something, if I believe, like especially if I want to talk about something that's my little spiritual drops, like I said, I got to get, but we still got a little ways. I'm not going nowhere, man. When I get the equipment and I get the locations to where I got the internet set up, because I know I should be doing videos too, but I'll get to that. And this week I may have to do videos Thursday. I'm not sure if Wednesday or not, but I may do videos or late. You know, my late chat goes okay. At least I get a couple of you guys come into the late chats. But like I told you guys, they got me going to all these different towns, and they just working the crap out of me. I got 15 days of work straight. 15, you count them. I got to work all the way until Christmas Eve. Yep. And I didn't say I was off on Christmas Eve. I worked all the way up until Christmas Eve. And that's from working from last week. From working from last week, all of last week I worked, and I haven't stopped working yet. And I'm still making it in here to get y'all, you know, try to get to you guys a little bit. Because I know you guys love to come in here and discuss and stuff. So, yep. And then Harold Jones back in, he said, what if Crawford got nailed with even Danny Carr's Sia hook? Yep. That could be a problem, even though he is slow and flat-footed because of timing. There you go. And Harold Jones makes another good point. See? And that's why I love my chat, though, because you guys make good points about stuff. It's because speed can still be timed. If you're hitting me with two and I can only land one, guess what? I'm throwing mines. After you land your one, I'm throwing mines. I'm getting hit with another one, but in between that one, that's when I'm throwing. And that's another good point. And that's corner. If the fighter is not elite enough to see it, then that's corner. Has to tell him. He's timing you. He's hitting you with two pieces. When he starts to bring that hand back to throw the second one, you got to release yours. You got to let it go because he's 1.5 times faster, something like that. You'll catch it. Because if I'm in the damn corner, I'm watching that shit. Like I said, man, don't let me get a fighter, man. Because then the proof is in the pudding. Then I have to show. Then y'all have to see it. Let's see it. And then Jay Cooley said, exactly. He said, Will Bud was being undisputed at 140. Spence couldn't buy a fight. Yep. And then who did it up in there? He said, how Bud don't deserve a shot with a belt at 147. Even if it's WBO, if it's as sweet as it seems, somebody should go snatch the belt from Bud. Nobody wants the belt. That's the point that you're missing. Who did it? Who did that? Man, we talked about this before, man. That's the WB Oops belt. Nobody want that belt, man. That belt, evidently, that's the poor man's belt. Because it ain't giving Bud ain't making no money off that belt to where he can pay his way out of his jacked up contract. Right? Is he paying his way out of his jacked up contract? Y'all, hell to the no. So what is the WB Oops doing for him? It ain't doing nothing for him, man. Nobody care about that belt. They want the IBF, they want the WBC, and then it's the name too because people want money right now. Ain't no money in fighting Bud. There's no money in fighting Bud. If Sean Porter fight Bud, there's money in it because of Sean Porter, not because of Bud. Right. And Tony said, why is my comment being blocked? Tony, what'd you say? Just put it back up. And you shouldn't be being blocked. And y'all know how it goes sometimes. Sometimes I don't get all the messages that come to me, no matter how hard y'all try. Sorry, man, I can't do nothing about the program, but I'm trying to read it. But just put it back up again. Do your caps or something like you did. No, I don't, because I wouldn't block. I wouldn't have blocked your comment. And then that who did that, I agree at Gail Coles. Yeah, everybody certain people will agree with that, but I'm not going to agree with that. And then Sir Flame back in there, jab that like button on y'all neck. Don't get neck in Eagles wear boxing. That's right. You tell him, Sir Flame. Tell him don't get neck up in here. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't see no blocks either, Tony. I think I'm saying something wrong. Yeah. No, you ain't saying nothing wrong. Because I don't even have, Streamlabs ain't been in here since Sir Flame was not a mod. Well, a little bit after he was. It got somebody else a couple of times after that. It's been months, man, since Streamlabs came and did anything. Let me read what Who Did That said again. I'm going to take his blue back right away, man. He already got transparent blue on. He using it a lot, though. He said, I like Bud and Earl, but I favor Bud. They both two dogs. The real ones got to want the dog fight. Okay. Well, has Earl ever been chin checked? Has Earl ever been chin checked and staggered off his feet or down? That's my question to who did that? Who did that to Bud? Who did that shit to Bud? Can anybody tell me who did that to Bud? Who rocked his ass? Can we name any people? Yeah, who did that? Appreciate that, Rents, Eagles Web Boxing. The Shadow 979 up there. Appreciate your efforts, Eagle Web. Thank you. Thank you so much, man. I try to get different sides. Like I said, man, we're on a different level, man. These chessboards and stuff, we're on a whole different level than other people's own, man. We're not trying to be on the same level and just the small talk. We got to chat like everybody else, but we trying to get past all the small parts of it. We trying to read through all the BS. Shit. And nobody never answered my question about Bud, talking about how much money he got and why he still got that bad contract and ain't paid and haven't got out of that contract. And I asked this question like about I would say like 4 different chats and ain't nobody saying nothing. Why don't he just get out the contract? He want Earl, just get out your damn contract. Go fight Earl. Earl can wait on your ass. Earl don't need you. And I'm not saying Earl should wait, but Earl can fight whoever he want to. Earl don't even have to fight welterweights no more. That's what everybody don't understand. Earl is fighting these fighters, and Earl is dehydrated and not feeling good when he fight these fighters. Believe that out of his mouth, not my mouth. Huh? Earl need to be at 154 or 160. Right? It has shit to do with weight bullying. This depends. His body's getting older, and his body is just harder for him to hold that kind of weight. Because remember I told y'all, if you're walking around at 190, you can't call nobody a weight bully if you're fighting at 154. So you can shut that shit up. And so I don't deal with the weight issue in here. I deal with the skill issue. And I deal with the issue of what you done for us lately. If you ain't doing nothing for us and you fighting mean machines and stuff like that, you ain't really showing us nothing. You ain't showing us that you deserve. You showing us that you deserve to fight some stiffer competition is what you're showing us. For me, you know what I mean? You got your belt. If you got your belt, then you call people out, let them come fight you. And why ain't nobody wanting you? Ain't nobody scared of you. Get out of here with that crap, man. Yeah. And then Jay Cooley, because no one at PBC is ranked but Danny. No one else. See? Everybody missing what I'm saying. The W for the WBO. WB oops. But nobody's paying attention to what I'm saying, though. Nobody still answered that question after how many chats I keep bringing up. How come Bud don't pay his way out of his contract? Because y'all don't remember his own personal conversation with Earl Spence. He was hollering about which one of them has so much more. He got so much money. But nobody want to hear that, man. I know I'm yelling, man. I didn't mean to yell at y'all like that. I did mean to yell because I want, that's my emphasis on it, because I want to get the question answered one of these chats. I never get it. Then Tony B up in there. He said, I was just saying that they were ready to throw in the towel in the Fury fight. There you go. And that's what I was talking about. That's what I brought it up. Nobody heard me say that but you, Tony. And maybe you made a comment on it. Yeah, you made a comment. I didn't get the comment. Yeah, that's what I was asking about. Because we was talking about corners and stuff. And we brought up like about 6 or 7 corners, and nobody remembered any of them. Anybody remember the Special Juice? But Tony remembered that one because that one wasn't that long ago. That was only a couple of years ago, that one. Yep. They told me, yeah, they was about to throw that damn towel up in there. Getting all ready, standing up on the apron. Just about to stand up on the apron. Okay, and this is another one. Because sometimes the fighters flip on you. You guys remember this one? You guys remember this one? Paraphrasing again, but you should remember it. Don't pull that shit on us. Get in there and fight. You're all going to fight. Get in there and fight. And this is the fighter's response. I quit. I'm not fighting no more. They tried to put his mouthpiece in, and this is early. This is not even 5th round. And he's spitting his mouthpiece out. No. Holding his head down. Get out the ring, and then the crowd went crazy and started bombing his ass with soft drinks and stuff. Y'all remember that one? That's another one. You got to keep, that's what I'm saying. Corners. So we're talking about the corners, but at the same time, the fighter too, though. Sometimes it's the fighter, but we were talking about corners, but, you know, in that case, I bought the corner and the fighter. Because I thought that was funny that the corner was like, me, what are you doing? You ain't going to pull this shit. See, what are you doing? Go in there and fight. Yeah, who did that? The WB oops belt. But the WBC loses its pull too, though, with the franchise. Yeah, they lose it. But obviously, but the thing about the WBC don't matter. If you lose a little bit of pull, but how much money you getting for the sanctioning fees for all the belts you got? And they trying to come up with another belt. Believe me. WBC trying to take over the whole thing. Because if nobody wants to fight for the WB oops, then you got a chance to you could be a multi-champion in the WBC within that organization. Then Sir Flame crying. And then Bud simply likes having a master. He is comfortable. But that's not answering my question. Nobody's answering my question about why doesn't he. But if that's the answer, that could be the answer. Or I like to fight for master, so I don't care, about being with these people. Man, F that. Get your ass out the contract. You got all the money. You should have never said that in front of me. You should never let me hear how much money you claiming you got. Anybody else can hear that, but not me. You can't let me, because my ears are not that big, but they get big when you start talking like that. I get big ears then. So, Bud, you should never said it if you ain't have nothing to back it up. That sounds like a clout chase to me. You don't have the money to get out your contract. Other fighters have. Anyway, I'm just beating a dead horse because nobody lets me know. I'm not getting the information I need. Well, good luck there, Bud, with your WB oops belt. WB oops? I should have got a C on it or A. You way up there. A, B, and C. That's where you should have been at. You should have been at A, B, and C, but you ended up way up there in the O, or oops. Yeah. And then the WBO also does not have any PBC fighters ranked. See? There you go. Yep. And then Tony Bars back in there. That was from Harold Jones, but Tony Bars right back. He said, I think Bob Arum has Terrence Crawford in a hole with money. The fights are too far apart, and the money Terrence Crawford is making can't get back in the clear. So in other words, Tony's telling me he don't have the money that he said he had. So in other words, you should have kept your mouth shut about how much money you got. And then who did that again? He said, Bud did get rocked by Mean Machine a few times, and he responded like a dog, a champ against a Justin Destroyer. Okay, who did that? But you ain't got no business getting rocked by him. You shouldn't be getting rocked by him. That's what I'm saying. That's my whole point. Don't get rocked by somebody. Hey, somebody put the level up, Mean Machine's level. And you got, whoever's in here, I want to see the level that they got Mean Machine at. What level is he at? Is he A level, B level, C level? What? You got that right? And Yoko said, damn, he crying. And then Shadow 979, he got that one. He said Galata. That's exactly who it was. That's exactly who it was. See, y'all understand. When I went through it, Shadow 9 said, I remember hearing something like that. What was that? Yep, that's what it was. These dudes claimed to make millions and could not touch 500K cash without borrowing it from their promoter. That's a damn shame. Yeah. You right, Harold Jones. Acting like they got, I got all the money. I got all the money. You ain't got nothing, Earl. You ain't got nothing on me. I got the WB Oops belt. Okay, there we go. I got a C in there. C level fighter. B level fighter. B's and C's is what I'm getting. And then Tony Bars back in, he says he never had gotten to that point to where Crawford had to fight holes, fight his way out of it. Yeah. And that, yeah, he's fighting. He's trying to fight his way out of a hole is what he's trying to do on top of that at Tony Bars. That's a damn shame, y'all. I'm telling you right now that the whole boxing game, different sides of it, is disgusting. You know what I mean? Because we talk about a lot of this other stuff, man. See, that's all I'm saying. C plus, B's, C. I got more C's and well, Sir Flame is more. I think that's a good assessment right there. Is that he's like a C plus. And I got people got B's down there. They honoring him by at least giving him a B. But you're elite and you fighting a C plus fighter or a B fighter. He definitely does not get more than the B. He don't have a B in there. So if you did the average on here, he's probably a B minus or not even a B minus. He probably averages out to like a C plus. And that's in my chat's estimation. That's what he is. It is what it is, man. That's what it is. I just want to hear a corner say, keep doing what you're doing. And honor Roger Mayweather. Keep doing what you're doing. That's what I want to hear. That's what we need to hear up in here, y'all. We need to hear that keep doing what you're doing. And we need to see a fighter doing what he's doing to make us say, that's the elite fighter. That's the one. We don't need no fighters that claim to be elite. And I'm thinking that they're elite. And I'm letting it come out of my mouth because I done got snowed in. And I'm thinking that way. And they getting hand up too. Well, you're doing good. You're probably going to knock him out. But he is kind of handing you up. So if he's handing you up, he's only a C fighter. What is a top dog going to do to you? Even if you got dog in you. And that's the worst thing for Crawford to do if and when he fights Earl, is to try to sit there and trade with Earl. But Earl's going to make him trade. Because what people keeps forgetting is Earl makes you fight the way he wants you to fight. And he's going to make him fight his way. He might not be successful for the whole fight, but he's going to make him fight his way. I ain't going to chase you around. I'm not going to do all this. I'm going to make you fight my fight. And then Shadow 9's back in there with the B minus here. Crawford still has to pay his his former promoter 8% as long as he is champion. Lots of fingers in his pocket. Yeah, hands all in his pockets. Then who did that? He said Earl versus Porter was posed to be easy though at Tony Boswell, but Earl had to fight to the end. Ain't got a split decision with the knockdown. Who did that? Were you at that fight? When you talk about the Errol Spence fight, you don't understand the politics on that fight. That fight was not close. It was close but it wasn't close. Believe me, I was at the fight. I've seen the live action. I didn't see no edited version of it. I didn't look at the Hollywood type of angles of that fight. I've seen the fight with binoculars too, and naked eye. I watched that fight, and that fight, Porter lost that fight. Porter lost. Porter knew he lost. Anytime somebody hits you hard enough where your lips kiss the back of your neck, you lost. You damn sure can't call yourself winning. Y'all fell for that little spin stuff off the ropes, but it wasn't effective. And we already talked about that. You better go back and look at my assessment of the fight, which I talked about it a few times. That fight was not as close as what people had that fight. Because a lot of people left before the decision. They already knew. They was like, oh, Earl got that. People left. So if they doing that, then they was confident. They seen something that you didn't see. And that's another side of boxing. Like we said, we always talk about all these different sides, like the production side and all this other stuff. But we're going to talk about it again, y'all. You know how we do. We always talk about it. Always got to talk about it, baby. Who did that? But Porter is an A-level fighter. There you go. And then Tony Bars always got to come back and teach y'all at the before. See, the conversation, that's why I love this conversation, man, is because the conversation, nobody in here just lets one person just get away with the last comment if they don't agree with it. Or if they see another angle on it. See, you got people in here who did that think. They smart. They go, if we just talked about somebody beating a C-level fighter, and then you putting his name in the mouth about an A-level fighter, then it's not really a good comparison. You're not going to win that argument. Yeah, Porter would have KO'd Mean Machine might not have went 3 with Porter. Because Porter would have been definitely hitting him. Damn, Harold Jones back. He said Errol would get 25 to 30%. Former promoter 8. Bo Mack 20 to 33% more if he gets a trainer's traditional, god dang, the trainer's traditional 10% fee, over 60% gone, and he has not paid taxes. God dang. Well, at least he don't pay as much taxes because of the split that they take, but god dang. Woo! So y'all see what it is, man. That's what we talking about, man. Because in here, and I know Tony don't like the pocket check, and I don't like the pocket check, but don't check your own pockets and don't talk big about your pockets if your pockets can't pay for a damn thing. Yeah, you might have more money than me, but you can't pay your way out of a contract that your ass is stuck in. And I can get out of all my contracts. I got contracts. I can get out of all mine. But you can't pay your way out. So don't be on that BS with us. This is the wrong chat to be in here with that kind of stuff, man. I enjoyed my time with y'all like always. We covered a lot of these trainers, man. These corners. We need to talk. There's some more that we need to talk about. There's always some more that we could talk about, man. If y'all think of something, then we just bring it up, man. We'll talk about it. You know how we do it, man. Let me read what who did that said. He said, regardless if the level, he said, if you just post the walk over, it's the same. We wasn't debating levels. We was debating a hard fight that wasn't supposed to be hard. Porter always has hard fight. Who said that Porter fight wasn't going to be hard for Earl? Huh? We said Earl was going to win. You got to come in, man. We covered all the points and stuff like that. Earl just had more. What Sean did, Sean flipped the table on us by doing some extra shit that prolonged his life in the fight. That's all he did was prolong his life in the fight. If he would have fought Earl straight up, he would have got knocked the F out. But he did some stuff in there to prolong the fight. People are not getting that. All that little spinning and throwing, the Earl wasn't, just never expected that, even though you're supposed to expect everything. You know, it was something that he just didn't adjust to it, even because he didn't feel like it was necessary to adjust to something that Sean was doing that wasn't effective. But it was getting the oohs and ahs out of the crowds, and evidently it got some oohs and ahs out of you. But it wasn't oohs and ahs because I sat there and watched the damn fight. Earl was beating his ass. I'm sorry to how you feel. And Sean hit him with some monster headbutts. Them headbutts will shake you up, man. Because if anybody watched that little Washi fight, the guy, what's his name? I forget his name. I always call him the Washi. The Washi, the Japanese guy that fought the Filipino guy. That Filipino guy that he fought ended up getting stopped. But I guarantee you it's because he had that big old hematoma on his face, and it's because of that massive headbutt that he took to the cheek. Earl took one of those and still was piecing Sean up, and still got that 11th round knocked down. So get out of here with that. So he's fighting late and stuff. I respect what y'all say, but say it right up in here, man. Say it like I know something. Don't say it just like nobody in here knows anything, because we gonna get you. We don't call it check in here, but we gonna come in here and get you. That's right. Shout out Nice say Inouye. Yep. No, not Inouye. I'm talking about the one that was on the Charlo card. That's not who it was. That's not who it was. I had their names, man, but I'm not really that familiar with either one of them. The one's Japanese, one Filipino. But no, I was the reason I brought that up because we was talking about people is the real champs, the warriors and stuff. They still that no matter what, even with a headbutt, torn bicep, they just keep going. Because we just seen somebody quit because of a shoulder, right? I'd have been trying to see if they can pop that shit back in and see if I can go some more rounds or something like that. But we got fighters. See, these fighters is on a whole different level, man. They not on that same level, so we not gonna put them there. Before y'all get out of here, make sure y'all jab that. That's right. You jab the light. If not, you are neck. That's right. You tell them, Sir Flame. Talk to him, baby. And my people know, man. I know these chats be burning up, man. I'm sorry about that, man. I mean, ain't nothing I can do about the time. You know, time just burn up. And then plus Eagle got to fly up out of here, man. Eagle got to do his own flying, man. But you see, we didn't even cover none of the deceptions or nothing today. You know, no crow screens or nothing like that, you know. And I know maybe somebody had to eat crow on one of these fights or something like that. But no, we didn't cover none of that. Didn't talk about the BCD. Cause we like to you know, go into these other segments where we can have more fun. But we're going to get back at it, y'all. Y'all know how we do it, man. Shout out to the L, to the D, to that B, to that C, man. And my shout out to all y'all that mess with me. We're going to do it again, man. Nothing but blessings.